Alrighty. Good afternoon, evening, morning for somebody maybe. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And let's get to some satisfactory. First step, like always, turn off the fog. Alright, so I only played for a little bit, but I did want to show what I did. I decided to build the battery factory and place all the machines. So none of the belt work's done, but I think I have placed all the machines, and that's pretty much it. I figured since this is so close to my storage unit, it just made sense to just knock this out and get a lot of it done. And I just love to hop around projects. So part of the problem was, probably you may or may not remember, but there used to be some tiles right here and a power pole that went out there to grab all the oil goods and bring them back. And now, oh yeah, it was right here on this line. I deleted it. I started to delete it, and then I realized I wanted to just demolish all of it. So the easiest way, instead of spending like 30 minutes mass deleting things, was to use the satisfactory-calculator, and I just mass deleted everything. So now I need to get oil turned back on just in case, it may not be in the most convenient place because it'll end up in the new main factory. But my little hyper tube tower. Thankfully, the battery factory is actually really simple. There's not very many pieces to it, so some fun little lag spikes. So if I remember correctly, all I really have left to do is bring in the crude oil. And I think everything else just gets turned on. Everything should be powered and ready to go. Yeah, it looks like it. So I had brought the pipes most of the way, but I had not finished it yet. So this is where they're coming in from. So I have one 600 and one 300 pipe, which I think they're going to have to like cross over each other because they're in different places. But I figured that was just easier to do out here. So that one is the 300, and then it's, oh, no, that's impure. I think it's somewhere up here. Let me see. Can I scan for it? Will it show up? My radar tower is just out of range. There we go. So yeah, pretty much straight ahead that way. So I think what I'll do is have this go out a little bit farther. And then, yeah, we're going to try to go around that massive rock here. Just in case this stuff is in the way, I might as well get rid of it so it doesn't cause me issues. And same with just blowing up some of these rocks. Alright, so where are we? Somewhere. Aha! So pretty much that way. So let's just have it curve right around that rock. So I think from here I can start curving, and we'll get over there. I guess I can add like a marker or whatever, right? I can highlight the stamp. Is that? Ah, there we go. So that should be pretty close to that oil node. So let's see. Maybe one more? Yeah, that's probably good. Good question. Let's see. 2 more be better. Let's see. Yeah, or else I'm gonna run into that like mushroom thing. So I guess I'd rather go on this side of it. Got rid of both of them. Oh well. Alright, and just gonna drag it on out here. Is this over or in the water? Oh, this is just barely on top. That's alright. We'll just add a second layer underneath it. Ah, pretty close. Alright. So let's see. Let's do alright, let's switch everything to concrete. And we'll just go with a 4 meter. That's probably at a good height, although it's probably not that line. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Would have been my luck to not have the things for this. That would have been kind of funny. Okay, so let's get remove. Cool. Served its purpose. Alright, so let's switch to our pipes tab. And so this is going to be... Oh. Yeah, they always kind of come out of the machine's a little bit weird. So let's completely overclock this one. And yeah, we can just go down the center. So this one needs to be on the inside. So actually if we stop that there, bring it to here. Gonna bring it 1 back and then 1 forward. And I think that auto makes a good slope. The other option obviously is I could have gone, I think, horizontal to vertical. If I would, I like the slope. I think auto looks good. Alright, we are going to switch to horizontal to vertical from now on though. So I'm pretty sure I ran them side by side, but I've already forgotten, so let me double check so I don't lay all of this and then redo it. Yeah, they're right next to each other. Alright, well, since I'm here, Should I just run that out? Actually, yeah. So I'm going to run this one out on its lower level, because then I can use the level change to either get it above or maybe even run this one under. Ooh. That actually might look cool. I think that'd look better than going over. So if I just turn both of these into, let's do, yeah, concrete inverted quarter pipe. Oh, it's at such an angle though. What if I did, and then, let's see, that would obviously not be there. This one probably wouldn't either. Alright, so the idea is, yeah, run this all the way underneath. Same thing on this side. And then, what if, let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay. I like that. And then this one would need to come up like here. So the question is, do I just leave it open like this? Or, because if I add any walls, then I'm going to feel like I have to add walls on the whole thing, because then it like would stick out weird even if they're concrete. So I think I might just leave it open like this. It's kind of weird, but it's just so functional. It's kind of hard to argue. Yeah, not completely straight, but since it's underneath there, I'm just going to leave it be. Try not to worry about things that I'm rarely ever gonna see. Put more time into the visible parts of the factory. So if we run this one right here. I wonder, was I running power out here already? Have I thought that far ahead? Well, you're not supposed to be in there. So no, doesn't look like I've ran power out here yet. Well, seems like I should just do it on the back side. It's the most hidden anyways. So if we run this to there, and then this to, just run it down like this. Oh, autosave. Hey, Tessa. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, right? I think so. I have finally deleted my initial oil factory, and I'm finally getting this one turned on. Autosave, I think I have mine set for 15 minutes. That's a good question. Gameplay. Yeah, 15 minutes. The 5 minutes becomes way too often after a while. Where is that one? $15 is a gagger? Sorry, I don't know what you mean. You do run the risk of losing some progress. That's for sure. But it's it's not too bad. I rarely, even on the experimental, it's been really stable for me, so can't wait to tear down my coal power plant. Oh, I know the feeling. Yeah. I often leave my coal plant up, even though it's obviously not the most amount of power, or I guess like even the most efficient. But at a certain point, it's not like I don't tend to run out of coal in my world. So I just let it keep making power. But if you're planning on like redoing it and making it bigger because better belts or anything, I mean, that's always an option. I think I'm gonna leave mine with Mark for belts. I don't think I'm gonna go back and completely max out my production. Oh, holy cow! There we go. There's one. Oh, well, it's not going to go very far. I forgot I haven't actually finished the piping. All right, so these are always tricky parts. So I'm going to do... Let's make sure I like save the angle so I don't have to redo all this. This is how I found adding pipes to the curve to be the easiest way. Is having to basically make sure that you get it right on the correct tile, but it can be kind of tricky with them overlapping, and so getting it to snap in the right spot and be angled the right way so it doesn't end up looking really weird. I just do this. And there we go. And let's grab the pipe. It was just a time-consuming thing for me to get stabilized, so it must come down. Yeah, spent enough time working on it. Now it's time to tear it all apart. Sure. All right. There we go. And that completes the curve. Actually, just because I want them to be the same. Let's make sure. Oh, yeah, that'll be able to reach. All right, let's grab this. This one comes to here. And, oh, so close. Doesn't quite reach. My pipes have to be either 45 or 90 degrees. My OCD can't handle the curve. Yeah, I get that. If I get it to match the same curvature as, although, why did it end up? Oh, I think I know why. It's because I was using horizontal to vertical. I should probably use, let's see, auto 2D. No, noodles, weird. Wait, now that I think I did this backwards. I should have gone this way. I want to put them on. Yeah. Oh, darn it. I shouldn't have deleted that one without putting the. That's why I put the little duplicate copy. Now it's really hard without replacing. There we go. Okay, so let's try this again. Let me see if I can get them in the right spots this time. All right, so it's there. I never realized how much OCD I had until I started playing this game Unreal. Oh, yeah, isn't that? That's for sure. I know what you mean. I mean, I think part of it is just like, I don't know. There's certain things like symmetry and actually, yeah, that's fine. So now they more or less follow the same curve as the road, so I don't mind it so much. The Z fighting is what I hate more. But what is this? Isn't part of the. Oh, it is. Oh, this is a ad. That's why. It's like, what song is this on the playlist? Okay, so let's run. Did I turn this one on? Oh, it is on. But yeah, I think that part of it is just things like symmetry are just satisfying, and so I'm sure part of it is, you know, mild cases of OCD or something, but it is just more satisfying when things line up. So I get ya. All right, so oil is making its way. Why is it only... Is this just taking a while to fill up? It always takes longer to fill up than I think, and I think I've screwed something up. But I'm pretty sure this is just a really long pipe. And yeah, I keep going farther back, and there's more. So yeah, it's just... It takes a while to fill up. I realized I didn't add any doors or anything out here. I should probably do that. Alright, so... What? Why isn't it completely full? Is this... Oh, from there to there is 10 meters? I think this is the 10-meter line essentially, and that's why it's not completely filling up, because this is a bit higher. Yeah, I bet you that's what it is. So if I want to completely fill up those containers, I would need a pump. But oh, did I not finish? I didn't actually finish setting this up. Well, it's a good thing we came back to work on this. I didn't realize that I didn't hook up those pipes, which means I'm going to have to go look at numbers. Oh, but we have oil here. Right on. That means I should go upstairs. Let's see. So, are you... Oh, there it is. The first bit. I have a lot happening. Eh. It's fun to see it come to life. Okay, so we're making fuel. Does that mean... Oh, you're slowly getting polymer resin? So, how far is this process going to actually go? Where did those pipes end? So, is this going to get turned on? This is... I think... Did I have it go this way? Oh, yeah. Well, you don't have any fuel, so I must not have... You're getting plastic, but yeah, you don't have fuel. So this is probably where... But that's actually okay. I'm okay with it backing up with some fuel. I'm kind of curious if this side is turning on. Oh, it looks like it. Oh, damn. All right, we got one blender on. So... Oh yeah, but some of these aren't gonna work until plastic. I kind of forgot that I intertwined this like entire factory. Oh, and I need to bring in... That's right. I need to set up the truck to bring in the coal. Kind of surprised you don't have sulfur though. Thought I set up the sulfur. Oh, I never turned the train on though. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy. All right, so let's take a look at the fuel. All right, we got resin flowing. Very good, very good. Starting to make some fuel. Right on. All right, so it's slowly backing up here. And then how in the world was I planning on... So Did I get this split up into thirds? Ah. This is definitely on me for not leaving any sort of labels. Oh, man. Okay, so... Alright, time to look at the spreadsheet. Please tell me there's something here that tells me what's going on. So... No, these numbers work out horribly. There's no way I split this up the way it was supposed to. This is not ideal. Oh no. How in the world am I gonna do this? Huh. I think I'm gonna have to go about it slightly different. Because it would be nice if I could just have it grouped up like this. But I don't think that's how I can actually do it. I think what I'm gonna need to do is take a look. So these all need 75 fuel, right? Yeah, so it's gonna be 75. So I have 2 pipes of 600. So I can fit 8 machines on 1 pipe. So I think that's how I'm going to have to split this. And yeah, this last one is going to have to get grouped on that short one. All right, so let's delete that. Let's delete this and this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I need to make little pipe systems out of these. This is going to look really awful, and I'm so glad that this is hidden underneath. Oh, man. All right, so I think if I put this right here, it's the same as how I had it, essentially. But what I want to do is basically create a loop. Oh, of course it doesn't reach. Well, let's just put this right there. Oh no. Let's change to pipes. There we go. Okay, so we go to that one and then bring this one out to here. Is that? So one behind the line. And then there. All right, so now 8 of them are in one big loop. So, ugh, what happened here? Oh, I bet you this is probably not straight. It's weird how they'll get like angled just ever so slightly off. Okay. Although there we go. I still need a place to actually plug this in. So let's go with right there. All right, and at least this one is nice and easy. 2, 3, 4. So actually, let's just place this one. I think it's 1. Wait, is it right there? Can't remember how close it is. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so we'll grab this one, and that goes there. And then we get to make another really weird loop with this one, because this one is underclocked. This is just so awkward. But making it like a loop just makes it so the fuel flows a lot better, it seems. There's really got to be a better way, because how am I going to get the oil over there, or fuel? Well, actually, we can just do... just put it on this side. What if you put pumps in? So pumps will... they do a couple things. So... that's too far, I think. They help with head lift, and they also act as valves so that you can't get the weird backflow that happens in the pipes. But it doesn't actually help like flow or anything. And I do have these pumps here, which will help get it the rest of the way. It's just that liquids essentially have their issues in this game, and hopefully it'll get fixed one day. It'll get a little bit better. There used to be like a bug essentially that if you every time you logged on, things that had liquid in it, like 5 meters cube, would just get like deleted or something like that. And so like over a long time of playthrough, like certain machines just like wouldn't keep up. So like maybe your nuclear factory just stops keeping up completely, and it was really weird. But I think that one might have gotten fixed already. Okay, so if that one goes there, okay, I can scoot this one through the middle here. Wait, this wasn't even in the middle. Is that too close? Good evening, Uvidas Knox. Yeah, probably butchered that one. Sorry about that. Hope you're having a good day. Evening. Cool. Well, now it's straight. So let's bring this one to here. And then so if we bring this one to here. How much megawatts is going to get out of this setup? 0. I am making plastic, rubber, packaged fuel, packaged turbo fuel, and fabric out of this factory. But thankfully, I have another oil setup, and I'm using its resin. And so, thankfully, I'm sitting at 66,000 right now, so hopefully that will last me to turn on these factories, and then for sure I'll have to make more. All right, so can I still get this out? Oh, I can. No clipping. Hooray. Oh, and hello, Romo Decay. Hope you're having a great day. Let's see. Let's go this way. And if I just bring it to here as a straight line, we can get that nice double 90-degree. Perfect. Okay. So this then needs to hook up to that end. Like I said, it would have been great if the numbers just worked out like how I originally had it piped up, but that was not gonna work. It would have ended up being even sloppier. All right, and then this one. Let's just bring this one. Just make it easy on ourselves here. Just have this go straight in. Oh, there it goes. Will the factory actually turn on and work like it's supposed to? Now that's the question. Well, we got the resin flowing. It's a good sign. Oh wow, fuel had actually completely filled up. Hey, took me so long. Yes, I've tried to cram things into way too tight of a space, and now I just give myself plenty. And the funny thing is these things still barely fit in here. They're actually still slightly clipping through the ceiling, but I'm okay with that. They don't poke through, and it looks fine to me. All right, so let's see. Has anything? I don't remember what's. Oh, I need to turn on more things, don't I? How much power do I have? Good question. I think still. I turned off those extra coal plants that were using up coke from the first plastic and rubber factory. So still sitting at 65,000. Well, you're using big blocks, the 4 high, so if you get OCD about it, it's an easy fix, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like just sticking with the 4 meters. One, it just makes it easy, and that's just temporary, so I could zip line back to my factory here. Oh yeah, I need to get this turned on. I thought I had stairs some. Oh, I did have stairs over here. That's right. That's why I like using the 4 height, is because then it'll keep the layers consistent with being able to use stairs. If you use 2 meters and you're okay with mixing in ramps everywhere when you need to, then it still works fine. But I learned my lesson by using too many 1 meter and kind of throwing things off. So now I just stick to the 4 meter. And with things getting to the size and scale that they are, I think it just kind of fits. I think they look good. I use a 1 meter and stick a 1 meter below and remove the top one. Oh, okay. So you kind of get the like a recessed kind of floor for the factory, sort of a thing. Okay, so I should. let's take a look at this. Do I have... I don't have a train on this one yet. Okay. So this is going to bring in the sulfur and also export all the goods that it's making. So let's see if I have everything here. That's not connected. All right. And I'm just using a push-pull system. Yeah, very cool. I've definitely thought about doing it, and you can definitely get some really cool designs going that route. So this is unload. The rest of them are set to load. We're just going to hope that it's set up correctly on the other end. And you know what? We can... This is just going to be a yellow train. Why not? The sulfur has contaminated the whole line. Okay, so let's set only 2 stations. Using push-pull sure does make it easy to set up trains. I don't need any signals or anything, and it should just work. All right, so that'll bring in the sulfur. So the last step would be... Yeah, I don't actually need this anymore. Which means I don't need the one that's randomly in this road because I need to drive on it now. Okay, so now it's time to shut off one of the refineries. Not refineries, miners. Oh, that one's not even... Oh, it's the truck station. Duh. Okay, so we are going to just reroute this one, which really isn't... Everything's pretty much stopped because I'm not syncing my starter factory. So, yeah, let's just spin this around. Alright, so I don't even think I need a Mark II miner, to be honest, but this is going to use very little of the coal. 120. That's probably a really good amount. So let's just make a ramp. This 2 meters. Yeah. How did I do that? Oh, it's on default. I thought it was on Zoop. Okay, there we go. Alright, so... Things are almost lined up really well. But just a little off. Let's see. Did I give myself enough space? That's not lined up. Alright, let's try again. And this time, we'll be smart and just use the nudge. Make sure. Alright. So, only need Mark II. There we go. So that will fuel it. And let me double check my numbers. I think I only needed 80? 80 coal. So that's way more than enough to fuel the tractor as well. Alright, so let's get these powered. And I want to put them on the same power grid as the rest of the factory. Let's see. Alright, let's go around the side. And how am I doing power here? It's in such an awkward spot. wasn't planning on making a roof for this one, but honestly, just to not have to deal with weird power, I think I'm just gonna use some. What kind of pillars? Maybe the big frame pillars. Maybe these will look. Make a cute tower, vertical pillar. Yeah, I'm thinking of, I don't, not sure how I want to do it. 'Cause maybe we do. Let's see, what if we did like 2 thick? Kind of encase it in these pillars. Let's see what this looks like. I wish it didn't quite clip as much through there. So what if we added one more on top? Oh, I guess they're at an awkward. That's on the center. Oh, that's 1 meter off on this side. I could make it so they don't clip. It's not quite as tight to the machine, but this look really weird if I just clipped like a concrete pillar through the middle. No, I actually kind of like it. Sometimes the weird intentional clipping works. Hey, Earl. How you doing? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. You know, factory must grow. Let's see. Do I want those? Actually, I kind of want them as just pillars, I think. Yeah, I'm doing good. I guess well is the correct way to say it. I hate English. Such a stupid language. Alright, so let's bring this down here, and can I just... I could probably nudge it into the machine, can't I? And get my straight line here. Yes. Nudge is just like the best thing ever. Oh, but now I'm not going to be able to grab it. Oh, wait. There it is. And let's just clip this through the ground. To there. Me no speak England. You're so stupid. Who says Englando? Is that really something people say? No, I just want to delete it and replace. There we go. Alright, so I think I'd rather... Where's this? I'm going to run it right on the seam, I think, of the road. There we go. Oh, yeah. I was still using this concrete, wasn't I? Well, I guess we'll just use a 1 meter road for now. When I'm done with the limestone, I'll just finish this up. Yeah, Spanglish, that's I've definitely heard my fair share of Spanglish. Oh boy. I keep forgetting actually. Keep accidentally turning it on and I don't mean to. That was just to show that off. Let's turn flight mode back off. We're gonna play fair. Okay. So snap that there. Let's see if we can run it all the way back. And I'm gonna run out of juice. Oh, I love Nudge. It's so great. Ooh. All right, let's see. Good enough. All right. And maybe this will reach the rest? No, it's totally not. Close. But no cigar. Using any blueprints for general factory layout, or is there no such thing as a general layout? I usually have that issue. Yeah, I think part of it is I like to experiment with different builds or styles and whatnot. But yeah, I love blueprints. So I've got really random ones from just load balancers for when I need those. But for the actual factories, I actually use mainly blueprints, to be completely honest. And so what I'll do is I'll make a skeleton key, where this is just a blank one where I kind of use this all over my main factory that I've been building. So it has the floor built in, so I have to remove floor, but then the floor holes and everything are already in there. The power gets routed underneath, and then I've also got like a walkway, and so that way when I line up them next to each other, all the walkways are connected. So that was the style that I went with in that factory, pretty much across all my different types of constructing things. And then, yeah, basically because it's just easier I'll load up one of these, I'll change it to whatever recipe I want, add the amount of power shards, because I'm using the advanced game settings, because I really love this game, and this is my, I don't know, 4th playthrough or something. And I just didn't really feel like doing the hard drive hunt this go around. Nor did I feel like... No, we're not going to put that there. I didn't feel like having to deal with my game running really awful when I get to the end game, because my computer just isn't as new as it once was. And so once my game files get up like over 20 megabytes, it slows down a lot. So I decided to just cheat in as many power shards as I wanted. And that way I didn't have to do the power slug hunt. Good reason to buy a new PC? Yeah, I would love to. Main purpose for hard drives is usually turbofuel. I totally get that. Turbofuel is a lot of fun. I decided not to do any, or at least not so far in this playthrough. But I do really like turbofuel. I'm making a little bit so I can package it because I haven't played with the different fuel types for the jetpack, and I think turbofuel just sounds really cool. Maybe at least use a small one. I don't like the way it just kind of stops there, though. I really kind of wanted to cover that. Maybe I just use a beam. Beams are always handy for this sort of a thing. Because I can always just cap it off with some connectors. So you guys clearly play Satisfactory. What are you working on in your saves right now? So did I actually? No, I got it to here. Okay. So from here, let's just bring it up like this. That's gonna clip through the wall, isn't it? We'll just go on the floor. Hide it through the foundation. That's what I like to do. Okay, so I think that means that this miner and truck station should be powered on now. Let's go take a look. Oh, there's things in some of them. Fabric, rubber. Wait, what was? Oh, that's not a freight train. Well, that's good. Let's just start. All right. And we've got coal. Cool. So, hey, that's enough to get this route started. Let's use the adorable sugar cube. I love these things. Oh yeah, but I should start it there so it gets the coal. I kind of have a break since update 5, but I kind of went the let's build everything in a modular tower style. Every floor turbo power production and XX megawatts or per minute plastic production. Now basically waiting for update 8 to hit release and go bonkers. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds kind of like, were you doing a 4x4, or I think I've even seen somebody do like a 20x20. I'm sure there's just whatever variation of that challenge you decide to do. I've thought about those. It seems interesting. It's definitely a very unique. It'll change the play style quite a bit, I feel. Okay, so you know what? So I'm gonna be coming in from here. So let's just start the recording like this. Wow, this thing does seem zippier. I haven't actually used them now since update 8. I usually do everything everywhere all at once setup. Nice. really doesn't. Oh, boy. Oh, this route's going to look great. Yep. 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 Good thing there's only going to be this one truck here. I tried to make something that blends relatively well into the environment. Well, ignoring the big plumes of black smoke. Yeah, I feel that. And hey, kudos to you. That's really hard to do. I'll usually kind of try to work around the environment. But at the end of the day, I resort to Fixit sent me here to take over this planet and exploit all the resources. So I'm going to do what I have to do when it gets in the way. But I do try not to make it just absolutely ridiculous. This is not on the right setting, but I think that's an easy fix. I'll probably just have to edit the times real quick. Wow, I don't remember the tractor getting up to this high speed. Did it go 70 before? That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely try to avoid spaghetti, although my logistics floors get a little crazy in some areas. But I've avoided clipping, so at least I have that going for me, I guess. All right, so let's save this cold oil. And we'll just... Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. Holy cow. Yeah, you sit there for a second. Let me edit the times. It doesn't even need to be going all the time because I'm only going through 80 a minute. So let's just do 10 minutes. No, we won't do 10 minutes. We'll do 5 minutes. All right. So let me change the other one first. Yeah, it goes pretty well now. Just wait 10 minutes when it's in auto mode. It's either rocket ship mode. Oh, yeah. So the playthrough that I was experimenting with before this, I messed around for a little bit, like right when Update 8 came out. And I made... Or actually, no, I'm sorry. It was right before they announced Update 8. And because of all the vehicle changes, I was like, I'm going to start a new playthrough. And I'm going to use tons of vehicles, and this is going to be great. I ended up trying to use vehicles. Wait, what am I doing? Not 20 seconds. Oh, wait. I'm trying to think. I guess it should only wait 5 minutes at one of them, huh? Or else it could get a little bit weird. So let's just do 20 seconds here. And I think my world got up to having, I think, almost 40. I think I was into, like, the high 30s of trucks and tractors, and oh boy, there was some chaos going on when you create that many, or you put that many on one road. It just, there's like no way to get them spaced out. And I think with the Update 8 they do a better job at not completely running into each other, and they did decent, to be completely honest, a lot of the time. But yeah, every once in a while you just see it like flying through the air. What UFO have I unleashed? All right, so you can be yellow. Oh, that's right. So that one's set up correctly. Oh, and hold on. I don't need to see all the path nodes. Oh, yeah. This was just to get me back and forth. It never actually carried power. But I do really like the new power towers for zipline. They're a great way, especially towards the early game, to get around. They're amazing. And just to spread power. Like before you have train lines, if you use the trains to carry power from one place to another, the power towers are just a great way to get it across the map. So you are unloading. Let's see if it unloads. It has some, right? Yep. All right. It did its thing. Oh, the hover pack? Yeah, I do like the hover pack. I just forget that I have it. Or there is one thing. It is my one suggestion, I guess, for Coffee Stain is I would absolutely love if the hover pack could run off of batteries when you get out of range, because as much as I love the hover pack, its range is absolute shit. It's so bad. It's definitely a love-hate thing I have with the hover pack, because I just feel like you just end up having to put power absolutely everywhere, and I just wish it was an extra foundation or two. Just the power range for the hover pack. If you haven't used it, like, you'll see the little sparks come out when you connect to a new power pole or whatever. But if you, let me find somewhere where, so if I come out here, I'm connected to that one, and I can come out to here basically before it disconnects, and then I just plummet. So I just wish that I could run off of batteries, kind of like how the jetpack can now use different fuel sources. I wish the hover pack would run off of power when you're close, and then batteries when you get out of range, and then just slowly eat it at whatever rate they think is fair. I don't care. I'll carry stacks of batteries because it's not fast. So I don't feel like it's really game breaking in any way, especially when you can just carry powers everywhere, or carry power poles everywhere. Or the parachute. Yeah, if you could yeah, that would be the other thing. If I could set up like a hotkey so that I could quick switch back to my jetpack or the parachute, so that, I don't plummet to my death when I fall out of range. Especially if you're working on, I try to keep these train lines closer to the ground, but every once in a while you'll end up going over a cliff or something. And so sometimes I'll be working on making these things, and then you get out of range from underneath, and then it's just a nightmare trying to get back up. If you have batteries, it's basically a combined hover pack. Maybe a bit OP, but we'll eliminate the hover pack in late game. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. I just wish there could be just a slight quality of life. Because one thing about the hover pack that I think is good and doesn't make it OP is how slowly you move. If you really want to actually traverse across this area, it is so much faster for me to just drop to the ground and sprint jump, especially with the jetpack. You can just get so much farther than hover packing the whole way. So it definitely still has its limitations and disadvantages, but I feel like kind of once you're making that many batteries, you're at the end of the game to where you can just spam power poles everywhere if you wanted to. So I don't think it would break the game, but maybe the devs have a different reason. Or I think I saw somebody else mention it on a video that I watched that I thought was a really good idea, is if the different power poles had different strength of charge that they give off for the hover pack. So basically you just have bigger range if you use the power pole 3s, the Mark 3s. Because as of right now, I almost never use, I'll use these sometimes, but I almost never use the Mark III, especially the normal power pole. Like I rarely have a use for the actual power pole. Maybe one of the wall outlets, but the only time I can honestly think that I really use Mark III power outlets is for pumps. When I have like, you know, 9 pipes coming through a foundation and I need to put 9 pumps on there, then the Mark III wall outlet comes in real handy. But other than that, I rarely ever use it because I just don't have that many things that close together. I don't know. Weird tangent, but all right. So let's check on, are things being made? So wait, didn't I turn on that sulfur train? Oh man. Is it not actually delivering any sulfur? Well, it looks like I forgot to do something. Let's see. We'll let this take me back. Yeah, the tricky part is every freight car has a different item. So this first one's supposed to be sulfur, and then I'll be completely honest, I have no idea which order the rest of the items are coming in. So the sulfur is going out of this factory to the oil plant, and then all of the other freight cars are bringing items into this main factory that is replacing all of, well, not this one. This is batteries. This, not as nice looking as my whole starter factory. So you have sulfur. You're even set to unload. I'm confused. What? Yeah, you're right. It's definitely on the wrong setting. I kind of had a feeling that might be it. So let's wait. Do it the other way around. Wait, isn't this? No. I thought it was the other way around. There? Okay. Hooray! Who knew that one little toggle makes such a big difference? Okay, so this will then finally... What is it even? A compacted coal, that's right. To make the turbo fuel. Oh yeah, this is all gonna get deleted too. Can't wait to finally be able to start deleting all this stuff that I've had since the beginning. Feels so much nicer once you have everything unlocked, especially the cosmetics, making the aesthetics a little bit better instead of just orange walls for everything. Okay, And this one is even... Well, at least this station has it set up correctly. Okay. Ooh. A little bit of a lag spike there. Alright, so we should see... Hooray! Sulfur pour in and super slowly make its way all the way down, because that's... It only needs to be a Mark II belt. And... What was I doing here? I feel like this is a project that I didn't quite finish. That really needed to be finished. Shoot. Alright, so... Okay, I actually know. These are both 600 lines that are split in between two freight cars to make sure I had the throughput. So now I'm just remerging. Oh, that is not straight. Okay, so 1, 2. Basically unloading the other things you don't remember. Yeah. I keep telling myself that I should add more signs because it'll help me so much in the future, and then I just don't. And then when I do remember, I am just so happy with myself because I'm just like, oh, I don't have to go trace everything back to figure out how many items per conveyor belt this is. Oh, there we go. There's all the resin getting made into plastic. I think that's plastic. All right. Well, that takes care of those. So what is this one? This one's rubber. You know what? Let's... Since I just said it, maybe I should just add some signs just because. You know, that seems like maybe a smart thing to do. In case I need to come back and I'm curious how much is in here. Okay, so let's change the layout to just this. And we're going to make this super simple. Sulfur. I only need 80 a minute, so we're going to say that's what we got. And let's just do pure. And we'll copy that. Coal's the same. And this is probably where I need to start looking at my notes. Whoops. What is in here? Who knows? Oh. Well, shoot. I don't know which one's in which over there. So this one is fabric. I think I'm making like a really, really small amount because I really don't need a lot. A whopping 10 a minute. And this one is the rubber, and this is actually making way more than I need, if I remember correctly. Yeah, entirely too much. I should have done something else probably different, but so if that one's, wait a second. Oh, I pasted that one, but I didn't know it was there. And I was thinking, why is sulfur going in here? Okay. So one of these is packaged fuel. The other one is packaged turbo fuel. And neither of them are being made yet because plastic hadn't been made. So let's just trace it back and figure it out. So the single one should be the just the normal fuel. Let's make sure. Yep. All right. So the outside one is packaged fuel. Let's see, we go back all the way to this one. Okay, so this one is packaged fuel. And I am making too much, but I'd rather have too much. So that would make this one packaged turbo fuel. Whoop. Turbo fuel. I'm making 100 of that too, because why not? Way too much, and I don't care. Rather have too much than too little. Just easier. So I do not remember why I left these holes here. Gotta fly now. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. I don't remember if those are actually the right color, so let's just repaint them. All right. Ooh, we got plastic finally. Okay. So plastic did finally get turned on. All right, so I think I should, now that most of the machines should be on, let's take a little tour and see if any of them actually aren't working. So oh yeah, still waiting on the rubber, which is coming from over here, which we're still waiting on. No, that one's running. So they're not getting rid of the rubber. But why not? What's going on here? I should use my hover back in here. That may actually be useful. Alright, so we got a splitter. So what? What are we? Oh, we're not getting rid of the plastic. What is going on? Hey, Camilla. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. So this plastic is... oh, going into a smart splitter that isn't going anywhere because I never set it up Way to go, me. This would be why. All right. So, and I don't even think I needed a smart splitter. I probably could have used a regular one there. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing today? How often? Great question. Kind of sporadically whenever I feel like it. Oh, come on. There we go. I just like it being straighter. And one of the things I realized, giving myself the 12 meters, the 3 foundations, ends up putting these at like an awkward height unless you build the, oh, I put that like in the wall. There we go. Unless you build the, if you build the belt on the roof and then add them, then they'll be all the way up at the top. But if you don't do that and you just try to like stack them, you can't get that 6th one easily in here. And some of my other ones, my other factories, I'm now just going to 4 floors instead, just to, what's one more foundation worth of logistics? You do something similar? Yeah, I don't blame you. I think it's something that everybody kind of. Oh, with the splitters, I hang them up here. I actually, because I wanted to hang a bunch of them on the ceiling, and I didn't want to just like place them a million times over. I just figured out like how many, and then I just made a blueprint for both a splitter, a merger, and I can't remember what else. Yeah, I don't like when it clips either. Like, that's the funny thing, because some clipping I am totally fine with. Like, if I need to have 3 splitters, like, this doesn't bother me at all, even though they're technically kind of like clipping into the top and the bottom of each other. But, like, that doesn't bother me. But if I have it, like, clipping into the wall, it's not okay. Like, nah, I've gotta move everything over if that happens. But yeah, I just made a blueprint for the different like splitter and stuff so I could get it lined up instead of having to stack them all up and then delete the other ones. Yeah, I totally agree. It's kind of that obviously everybody has their different kind of how should I put it? How they feel about clipping. Like I remember seeing, I don't remember if it was a, oh wait, that's the overflow. I think I tuned into somebody's stream and they said that their rule of thought, there we go, is that if it's hidden where you're not supposed to see, clipping doesn't matter. So in their logistics floor, it just, everything looked like this, and it like I just couldn't take it. Like, it was just all over the place. They just had so many belts crisscrossing, and I was just like, what? No. I I also think that, like, for me, it would just make it much harder to work on if say a belt is wrong and you need to delete it and replace it. If they're all clipping through each other, then I'm not sure I'm gonna put it into the right place. And part of it is you just got to try out different stuff and see what works, what you like, what you don't like. But I think some of the really popular like satisfactory content creators, I think I kind of followed the same school of thought with clipping. Is if it's moving, I don't want it to clip through anything. So I don't want belts or lifts to really go through anything. But if it's stationary, it doesn't move, it doesn't really matter, sort of a thing. If you can make it look cool, then go for it, sort of a thing. I try not to uh, I don't do too much of the clipping like foundations through the machines. Like I know you can do some really cool stuff. Like I watch Fluxo's videos on YouTube, and I'm always amazed that like he just creates some really really cool stuff. But some of it I can't bring myself to do. I think. All right, still waiting. However, I like to play. There's so many ways to play the game. I totally agree. I think that's one of the great parts about the game is it really like you have people that like the speed running community. Like I like watching some of those videos. I don't think I could ever play this game that way. I think it's really cool and super fascinating, but it's definitely like a whole different style. And then yeah, you've got like the different challenges, like the no foundations. I could never do it. Clipping is no issue. That is a feature for them. They love clipping. All right, so I think this is gonna keep ramping up, but have I still? These still haven't made any yet. Oh wait. Oh, there's some package fuel. Oh, okay. Was that like literally the first bits? I think these are just like the first bits of. I don't want that resin. The fuel being made. All right, cool. All right, I'm just going to let this run for a little bit because I think oil just takes a while to warm up. Good old liquids. Oh, I still have way too much extra stuff. All right, and that'll sink all that extra plastic for now. Oh, I don't have. I don't have my zip line anymore. The only downside to doing mainly one-way push-pull tracks instead of putting them all on a grand train route that runs across is you can't really use the train lines for personal use very easily. All right, so this is going to be batteries. Eventually. All I have is the skeleton and the machines. I haven't done any of the belt work yet. There's just so many things to do. What do I want to do first? I turned this on because I needed to delete the other one, mainly because the path was clipping through where I wanted to put the machine or the factory. I haven't turned anything else on in there, and I wonder if things are actually getting stored. Wait, why does this still have... Oh, man. Those containers shouldn't be full. It should be emptying. I should be sinking that stuff over here. I thought. Alright, let's go figure out what happened. Oh, I'm sinking... Oh, a little bit of rubber. Okay. It doesn't seem right, but let's find out. Ah, well, that would be a problem. There we go. There we go. Oh, why does it want me to build the space elevator? Because I deleted it. And so it won't tell you what phase or what things you need until. Wait a second. I'm confused here. That is. I don't think I. Oh, wait a second. I did set this up right. Never mind. All right, so. Phase 4. Yeah. The particle enrichment milestone, I think, is like the very last one in the game. And then, yeah, I need to do the last bits of space elevator parts. Really, I should find a place to where I'm going to put that thing. Just so I can have it actually placed. The fun frame. Yeah, exactly. I plan on making a decent amount of the pressure conversion cubes because I like to use that recipe in the recycling of the nuclear waste. It makes things a little bit simpler, and I think it means I need sulfuric acid in one less place, which I am all about because I hate dealing with that recipe, because I think it even has, I want to say, you have waste, and I hate having to try to recycle it, and so using the other recipe, using the pressure conversion cubes. Good question. So my goal for pressure conversion cubes, English is hard. I am aiming to make 25 a minute when I eventually build that factory. Okay, so we got plastic turned on. All right, we're sinking the rubber. Everything else will start getting sunk eventually. I think so. I think the end game is, I think, some of the most fun for me. Oh, I did run a power line already. Oh, I just never actually connected this thing. Gotcha. The big goal with this factory... Why in the world is it snapping up there? Oh, that's one thing that I'm not super crazy about. That whenever you grab a certain type of like power pole or anything, then it tries to duplicate it. Because I don't want a second double one. I wanted to go back to the normal wall mounts for the power. But this whole factory, there's a reason so part of the reason why I haven't torn down my starter factory is because I have all of the items going to a very convenient storage like corridor, that most people do because it's super useful to have. With this factory, I decided not to do that, and so all of them are just going to be, they're scattered in the logistics floors of all the areas. And the reason for that is I'm going to have every single item have a corresponding drone port, and that's why I'm making 800 batteries a minute. And then that way, every item will be filled into drone port, and then that way when I'm across the map building something, I can just go down here to, no, it's the top. I can just throw down a drone port and say, I need more iron plates, steel beams, aluminum sheets, and then drones will just fly to me and drop off goods. And then that way I don't have to mess with project trains. I don't have to haul everything with trucks or anything. So I'm really excited. Yeah, the Amazon drone delivery system it's going to be real in my world, and I'm all for it. that is not enough items on that belt. I also don't want all of this coal. $600. Yep. Okay, so the oil thing is up and running. Hopefully. I'm sure I'll have to fix something. What should I guess the two big projects to get this thing completely up and running is aluminum and then the batteries. And just because I don't feel like going over to the aluminum area, I'm going to work on batteries some more. Nothing like having multiple projects to hop around in between. Aluminum is pretty fun. It's especially with the alternate recipes, I think it's a bit easier. Because I'm definitely going to go the pure aluminum ingot route, so I don't have to mess with silica and sloppy. And the electrode whatever using petroleum coke. I'm basically, let's see. Oh, it actually probably show. Do I have a radar tower out here? I do. So I have actually set up right in the middle of, I don't know if this is the red forest or red jungle or bamboo forest. I don't remember the different names. This area in the center of the map, I have grabbed every single bauxite node in this entire area. I don't have a radar tower right here, but this train station is grabbing this one, and this one, and bringing it over here. So I'm grabbing all of the bauxite in this area, so about half on the map, and I'm going to process it all here. And it's like 5,200 or something. So it's just ambitious. With being able to overclock just about everything, it saves a lot of time and space and materials and all sorts of stuff. So I do like building tons of machines, and if my computer could handle it, I would just play that way and not overclock everything, because I'd like seeing, like, it's a pain to build sometimes, but seeing like 300 constructors. Go get a new computer. Yeah, it's not pricey or anything. I agree. Going big usually pays off, because worst case scenario, you just have too much and you just start sinking it. So, and you just get more coupons. Okay, so that's right. It's all the belt work down here that I'm going to have to do. So these machines actually have belts. That's right. It's the refineries that I made blueprints for and then decided not to use, because I just didn't want to switch all of these to 1 meter floors, which you have to do if you want to add in the... Oh, I haven't laid out power in here yet. Oh, well. Yeah, I wish that the... Oh, wait. That's the wrong side. I just wish maybe the stack didn't count as much in the blueprint. I don't know. But you only can place a refinery on top of a 2-meter foundation and it still fit. I don't even think 3 meters will work. And so I can't add the floor holes with a full 4-meter foundation in the blueprint, which is it's kind of a bummer. Wait, I think, hold on. Oh, I didn't even save these blueprints yet. That's right, because I didn't use a blueprint. So these are all making pure copper. I max that thing out. We can't get it all. Yeah. It would be really cool though. But at the same time, like, I don't necessarily want them to change it to where it's like a gigantic blueprint. Because I think it's really interesting how much people have been able to like cram inside that 4x4 space. Although I personally don't tend to try to build like 16 smelters or whatever inside a single blueprint, just because I much rather space things out now. Yeah, I'm okay with the challenge. I think if they make it any bigger than it, I don't know, I think you'll start seeing just some ridiculous stuff. And then, yeah, you really could just do whole factories with just one click. And I don't know. I think it does take away a little bit. I'm okay with, like, I really like the blueprints, especially because you can add, like, so many of the little details. Like I don't even add very much, like, by any means, compared to most people. But, like, just being able to add, like, the walkway and the beams and have the power and all that and not have to, like, place every single thing all over, I think is super useful. But I almost do all of mine as singular machines instead of, like, whole bricks of, like, 4 or 8 or anything like that. So it's not just, like, one click and they're all there. I usually I like having the flexibility, I think, is really it more than anything. Okay, so I got all of them. So let's just do the floor hole first. So it's gonna go right outside. Okay, and then for the oh, cool. I forgot it uses so little, even completely overclocked. I could still use Mark 1 lifts. Didn't click it the second time. There we go. Okay, so now let's go back to pipes. All right, let's just get them. Oh, wait a second. So that I don't have to go back and recolor all of them, let's just make these blue now. Save me some time. You have the blueprints with the 20 smelters and so on Box Factory. Oh, you have them? Nice. They definitely have their uses. And there's times where I'm just like, I probably could use that. But actually, what I've noticed is in this specific playthrough where I'm using the advanced game settings to just cheat in as many power shards as I need, like whole blocks of things are actually kind of tricky because you can max out a belt really quickly. Like I was thinking about doing that because I need like 70 smelters for the aluminum factory. But the way it broke down is only 5 smelters are going to run off a single belt because they use like 7. I think one belt will have 750 and each one consumes 150 or whatever. So it was almost like not worth it just in that instance because they use so much. All right, so how much water am I needing here? Yeah, no, there's absolutely some places, especially towards the end of the game, where it's kind of like, oh, and I need 4,000 of these or whatever. Yeah, like the last thing I worked on for my aluminum factory was I am not a fan, mainly because I suck at making it work consistently. I've gotten it to work once or twice where you use the water output as the input and you recycle the water between the two recipes for aluminum. I just have an awful time getting it to stay consistently, and so I'm going what I like to call the brute force method, and I am just going to send as much water as all of the aluminum needs, and then the byproduct, I am actually gathering up a whole bunch, I think like 4,000 limestone from the green hills or whatever, and I'm training that in, and I'm just going to use wet concrete, and I'm going to get rid of all the water that way instead of recycling it because I think it's easier and it makes me want to rip my hair out less. I use the 8 manufacturer a lot as you need tons of those. Wait, how do you get 8 manufacturers? I use way too much time to get my aluminum factory in balance. Yeah, I think that's something that like everybody does is you get it working, you're like, yes, then you come back and you're like, it's completely stopped, or why is this so inefficient? And it's just one thing after another. And yeah, after a while I decided we're gonna brute force the thing. And the nice thing is it's not like I won't use, if I'm gonna make that much concrete, I'm gonna end up shipping it to 8 constructors. Okay, I figured that's probably what you meant, but I was just kind of curious. Could you figure out? I don't even know if you can fit 2 manufacturers. Can you stack 2 in a blueprint? I've never even tried. I just kind of assumed they were too tall. But they are kind of like short and stubby. I might have to try sometime. Let me look at my spreadsheet here because I don't remember how much water this needs. 444. Ah, cool. So they will all run off of just one Mark II pipe. Makes my life easy, only needing to bring in 1 pipe's worth. Yeah, the only thing I like the manufacturer in the blueprint for is if you're going to, like, I have all of the floor holes included, so it just saves me a little bit of time not having to add all of those. And granted, half the time then I have to delete one because it only needs 3 inputs instead of all 4, but it's a nice, easy fix. But I agree. There's not a whole lot more you can do unless you want to add in some of like the aesthetics around it so you don't have to place it. Okay, so those are the inputs, and then these are just putting out, yep, copper ingots. So I just need floor holes on all of these now. Oh, so close. All right, let's just do the other side. Wait, this is 93, so these need to be marked 2. Of course. I was actually surprised I had that much on me. I still don't understand why the materials for Mark 2 and 4 belts only stack to 100. But 1, 3, and 5 all stack to 200. Riddle me that, Batman. It's funny how the coloring changes from one biome to another, just like right there. Okay, where did... Whee. Ah, that's where I was. Okay, so I think that's actually... because everything else had the input, so at least I have that plugged up. Getting all the easy stuff out of the way. Avoiding the actual real belt work. Oh, man. How am I going to want to do... I guess I should actually set up the rest of the train stations. So, question is, do I want to go straight up into the logistics floor? Or would I rather go down and then up along the side? It does look like cleaner, in my opinion, if you go down below, but I also think you might be able to make it look just decent. That's right, this train isn't running yet. Okay, so if let's play around with it. Let's see. So that means it would go there and there. Actually, I think I could squeeze that in even more, but those also just kind of line up with convenient snapping points for what would it look weird if we did 2? Should I just use the big frame pillar? Will that actually... That actually looks pretty good. Maybe I'll just do that. So it always looks kind of weird having the lifts go up next to it. I almost always go underneath. But this might not be bad. And that way I don't have to make a ridiculous tower to bring up everything, because almost everything is coming in by train. I think only the copper is going to come from just right up here. Plastics all train, aluminum. Oh, and the sulfur. Yeah, I should probably just go straight up. Question is, will I have had reboot PC, so got disconnected. Hard drive died somehow. Oh man, that's always scary. I feel like I would immediately want to back everything up, just because they fail so rarely. Maybe we both need new PCs. All right, so I could easily bring in everything by train and then still be able to... Let's see, that would go there. I'd still have plenty of space to do all the belt work for these constructors. It should last. I hope so. That technology is one of those things that it's so great when it works, but as soon as it stops working, man, it is frustrating. Ooh, you know what I probably should do? I probably should just add the mergers and splitters to that constructor blueprint, and I could save myself probably a lot of time and effort. Because then they would already be on the ceiling. That would be nice. So let's just place down. Probably should have just gone to the roof and I could have placed it easy, but is that enough space? Okay, let's make sure it's oriented this way. All right, and now I have to check if you messed something up. Change graphics yesterday. Ooh. I wish I was more knowledgeable about how my computer works. I really know the basics, and that's about it. I don't even need to place those, I don't think. So if I... Okay, so how do I actually have these? Are these facing? Which way are these facing? I don't even remember. Okay, so let's... Just because... I don't... want to have to work thinking which direction this is supposed to go. So let me just get it facing the right direction so I don't have to. Cool. Okay, so that's the same orientation as all the machines. So which direction do we want things to go? So I think I want the splitters will be this. Oh, it does still come down. That's. I was hoping it was going to be flush. Will it be flush if I just stack? Oh no, it is still going to be just 1 meter off. Oh, that's so annoying. Ugh. I really wish it wasn't, because it would just be so much. So much cleaner if it wasn't. But I wonder, this may be really silly. If I did that and I added this to like, can I get it to like, oh, this may work. I'd probably want it to be even farther over. Would it still snap if it was lined up to there? No, it won't snap anymore. But if I did that, then I could probably actually get it to snap in. Okay, so that's how I have to do it. Okay, so let's try this again. All right, so which way do I want? So if I have I'll have the copper come this way, and that way all of the wire can go up the back. Is that how I want to do it? Yeah, but now I'm realizing that doesn't actually work for the splitter, because I need the splitter to go a different direction. I guess I could do this for the merger. So I could put the merger like right there. Oh, that actually did snap. Okay. Let's make sure. Oh, let's see. Output needs to be marked 2. Okay. So the other thing is, I can probably, if I'm just smart about this, yeah, it's on a 1 meter. Okay, so which way do I want the splitter? I don't know if I want them to be right up next to each other. So if I put this one like So it shouldn't. Let's see. I don't think so. Because that's where it's going to come through. So it's basically right up to the ceiling and not the like clipping halfway into it. So I'm okay with it. That's pretty much just flush. Yeah, this puts it like right where it needs to be. I did my factory where all of them were basically 1 meter shy of being up at the very top, and it's fine. It definitely works. There's no problem with it. It's just that if you ever need to run and use the ceiling mounts, then they're that 1 meter off, and so they kind of like go at a slant unless you like deal with it basically. So I was trying to just get these flush with the ceiling so that when the belts come straight out, it'll just be on a ceiling mount instead of having to change the height or anything. Okay, so that means, yeah, it would come in and go out this way, which should make all the belt work a little bit easier. Cool. And we still got our power right there, which I'll just do rows. Actually, that's fine. Okay, so let's save this over the old one. And I'm just going to leave it up in case I need to change it. But I think what I should be able to do is this is going to be kind of silly, but the easiest way to do it, since they're spaced out in just a way, because they're not actually butted up next to each other. What I did to get them all in their place is I would butt them up next to each other. I'd lock it into place with the nudge, and then I would move it over 4 meters so that they all had their own little kind of like gap. So what I'm going to do is find a hotbar. We'll use this one. Let's add it to the hotbar. And so if I place it down right next to it, then remove this one, now it's in the right place with the right stuff. But now, oh, can I easily do that with all the rest of them? Oh, and I somehow messed up. Well, I think I should just start over. We're just going to, am I going to run out of space? No. It's really easy to lock it in place and move it 4 meters over, so. All right, let's start with, I just keep grabbing. Clearly just want to use that hotbar button for this, so let's just, why didn't it change? There we go. Okay, so now let's do it with this one, and then we'll get them all set up again. It's so huge. Yeah, the blueprint change is absolutely gigantic. Just game changer. Even for like some of the really simple stuff, like I'm sure you know, is, you know, so many of the things you had to use the road barriers for, to like say I want the window in the half of the foundation or whatever, and then you had to go and, well, that's a wall, but you know, you could use a window really easily. But now it's so easy. I can just set it here, hit H, hit the arrow key 4 times, and bam, it's just there. And I don't have to mess with the road barriers for nearly as much. And I think it's just, yeah, huge quality of life. which I guess makes sense because they are, as far as I know, they're kind of at that stage in the game development. Like we're realistically not going to see too many more like items or recipes, you know, like a lot of the core of the game is done, and now they're doing a lot of the quality of life, getting ready for the 1.0. I have not gone for update 8. I don't blame you. Like there's some, you know, some quirks with update 8 that still need to be fixed. And part of the reason I started a new save instead of just like editing, you know, adjusting my older ones, what I notice is update 8 not fantastic once your save gets up past a certain point. So I think it's definitely something that will be able to get fixed. But yeah, it was just like probably not playable for some people would be my guess if their save is too big. It just did not handle well, and it didn't matter what graphic settings you set it to. But there is just so many quality of life things that are just so great. The other really huge one, especially for in the beginning of the game, or you know, beginning-ish. I mean, you need steel for these, but you know, once you get to coal and steel, you're in that like kind of middle part of the game. These power towers, which they cost concrete, wire, and steel, and then you can have it with or without a platform. So I usually just build it with a platform so I can get up here. So normally you would left click and then you have to hold it, and as soon as you let go, you do that. But now I can actually let go, and if I hit right click, I'm actually not touching the mouse. I can just stay on the zip line and go whichever way. And because you're like actually zip lining from it, you can keep going and it won't kick you off one after the other. So like traveling, and you can place these things 3 times as far as a normal power pole. So like, yeah, that is way farther than you can stretch a normal power cable. And so you can transfer power really far with the power towers, and then you can also grab power off of it. So the bottom one will let you bring out normal power poles or wall poles, you know. And then the big ones will only let you connect to other gigantic power towers or whatever they're called. But yeah, you can even place them way farther than you could in the past. Like in the past, you'd never be able to see anything that far. Like you'd have to get way closer. But yeah, it makes for traveling way easier because I could place that way down there and then zip line all the way to it and then do it again. And all of a sudden you can traverse the world just so much easier than you used to be able to. It's a big improvement. Okay, so this is the old one. This is what I was missing in so many of my blueprints that I just kept forgetting is you can't do it with refineries because they're so tall, but being able to add the splitter and the merger to the bottom so that I don't have to go through and place all those, and now I can just connect the belts however they're supposed to go, which is probably going to be all sorts of weird because the amount that are in these rows was just because that was the even number with however many I needed and whatnot. It's not gonna turn into nice even numbers. I didn't do that to myself, unfortunately. I did set these up the right way, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, whoops. That one I did. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Was that the last one? Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so now those. Ah, beautiful. Nice and flush with the ceiling. I've got all this room down here for all my activities. Yes, which is good because this is going to get ridiculously crowded when I have storage containers and then all of this right above it. All of a sudden, four floors is not looking like a lot when you're trying to cram stuff in from both the top and the bottom, I guess. But we'll make it work. Okay, so I think the way... Oh, what did I do? That's in just like the worst possible spot. I definitely don't want to change it, but dang it. Now, if the belt's going that way, does it clip through the belts? Or does it just clip through the items that are running through the belt? It's just going to clip through the items, huh? Which, actually, it might not. Because this is just copper ingots. I actually don't think it's going to clip. And that's what I'm going to tell myself to make things okay. But do I have to clip through... Will it clip through the actual mergers? No. Yeah, because we're also almost never gonna see this either. If it was egregious clipping, I wouldn't be about it. But I actually don't think there's gonna be any. This is one of those... We're just cutting it real close. Exactly. Planned it out down to the centimeter. I measured twice and then I cut or something, right? All right. And then I think I'm just going to bring each row to this line. Just And that's how we'll connect them all. So I think, yeah, if I ran it that way, I'm gonna avoid. I'm not gonna clip it straight through the lifts if I can avoid it. So close. The worst is when you do that and you don't realize that you missed. It just takes you forever. And you're like, what? Why doesn't this whole row have power? Not like I've ever done that before. Definitely not. Okay, and then, oh, darn it. That is the one nice thing about the blueprints. I could have had the wire connected already. All right, we're going to go. Which one is it? Would it be this side? Nope, it's the other one. Can never remember which side has the power outlet. All right, so if I go this line right here, just delete all of them to make it easy. And then I'm just going to clip this right through the machine, right through the center, which should be, oh, perfect, right on the center line. And actually, like, it's not far enough back. You can still see the wire. So maybe that line, I think, clips straight through the machine. And now you can't see it, right? Yeah, there we go. If you can hide it completely, it's like it's not even there. And, oh, of course, these aren't lined up too. Right in the middle. Okay, so that row is done. Let's go back to Zoop and replace it, and let's do this line. The toggle for the dismantle and coloring is also a really nice feature that they added in update 8. So if I hit G, it will lock just these foundations. So when I control click to highlight, I can't actually highlight the conveyor or the pipe hole thing. I'll only select this and this type of foundation too. So if you had concrete and asphalt, you would only grab the concrete, I believe. You know, that sort of a thing. So really nice. Some real good changes. Because they kind of had that, but you had to keybind it yourself because I don't think there was a default keybind. And now with this, it works a little bit better because, like, if you were, like, say I wanted to delete, like, all of this sort of stuff, but maybe not the foundation. So I could grab just splitters and then highlight just the splitters. And then in the same mass delete, if I hit G again, I can reselect something else. So now I only grab lifts and I won't grab any more of the splitters. So it gives you a little bit more control And I believe it works the same for painting things with the customizer. The only thing about that is... No, actually, I think it works. In the past, when I tried to use it before it became like a real feature, and it was just like a key bind you had to bind yourself, my game would crash every once in a while if I used that like specific key and was coloring. Like it would work for the mass delete, but it wouldn't work for the customization coloring for some reason, or it would for a little while, and then just my game would close. It was really weird. All right, and this is, oh, look at that. Right down the middle. Not clipping into anything. And, you know, we'll just bring this one down to here. All right. Oh, autosave. Oh, you get me every time. It's starting just to take just that little bit longer. Why is this flashing? That is weird. I don't know. All right. Well, at least this floor is all connected. Of course, it's the wrong one. Yeah, it's not taking into consideration the overclocking. All right. So my temporary blueprint foundation begun. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Well, I know, so if I want to give myself the most amount of space, I think if we place one more, there we go. This right here is going to be super awkward to build within. Which way do I want things to go? Oh, wait a second. I'm pretty sure all of this copper ore fits in one. It does. It fits on one belt. Ooh. So should I... Oh, that's right. It's kind of awkward like that, but I think... Okay, so the question is, do I want the pipe to be on the very top or the belt? And I guess if I put the belt on top, it'll kind of look like the pipes are holding it there, which is kind of cool. So I guess, yeah, let's go back to what I was going to do. Okay, so a 1 meter, replace that with another 1 meter. So from this height, I want to go, oh yeah, down the middle, which, oh, nudge. Make it so I don't have to place down 2. All right, so my thinking is this is going to be awkward. That's my thinking. Okay, so if I grab a splitter. Oh, cool. So that lines up there, and then, yeah, it's just going to have to be 2 back-to-back, right? Because refineries are weirdly set up like this. Okay, so at least I should get... The question is it lining up with the center of the machine and not the actual thing? No, this one seems good. Okay. I guess doing it from the side is actually probably better. Even though now I like cannot move. Okay. Without falling off. Alright, so yeah, it doesn't actually line up. Wait, sometimes it does? I don't know. Alright, we're just gonna build it like this. Then I'll just delete all of these foundations. Wait a second. This copper isn't coming from that direction. It's going to end up coming from this direction, isn't it? Yeah, because the node's up there. Well, I'm glad I caught it now instead of realizing that I needed to redo the entire thing. Should be there. You know, that's why pipes are so great and easy, is direction doesn't matter with those ones, but unfortunately, it sure does with belts. It definitely does. All right. We'll see how many of these that I got. Oh, so close, but not quite in the right spot. All right, so let's see if we can make sure we get all of the connecting pieces in the middle. Luckily, it's usually pretty easy to tell when you screw that part up because all of the machines past a certain point just don't work. But it'd be nice if I could just avoid it. All right. So, yeah, there we go. They're coming from over there. Okay. So, that's right. They're all Mark 1. So, let's just... This is where we get to see if I actually... Oh, line things up right. Dang it. All right, so that one's good. That one's good. This one is way off. Yep, it was the center of the machines is what I lined that up with. There we go. All right, let's try this again. So one there, and then one just on the other side of it. All right. Make sure it's actually marked. Whoa. Nope, I forgot to put the other. I guess I could just do this, huh? Just, what is it? 3? Oh, wait. Is it 4 and I delete the 3? Is that what it would be? Yeah. Yeah, that's the right height. Okay. Okay, let's try this one more time. So, should be right on that line. Let's make sure. Right height. Okay. There it is. Alright, nope. Just mark one. Cool. So now, well, I still, yeah, we got room. All right, so let's switch to pipes. There they are. All right, so if I'll just go all the way to the top. Let's see where. Let's see, so it would be that one. But this would be, yeah, like right under it, I think. So that's 5. Let's see, where does that actually line up? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, that's way farther than it needs to be, but that's okay. All right, so let's set up a couple of these. All right, and this needed to be, I think it wasn't a crazy. This is just one pipe, right? One Mark II. 444. Yeah, I'll just use one Mark II pipe. All right, there's like, yeah, of course it's not going to snap in easy. Well, if I snap, oh, it's like way too far, huh? I'd like for it to just snap where it's supposed to, but it's just more work than I feel like putting in. And I'm pretty sure, unless I'm like super off, I can eyeball this close enough. Oh, the bummer. I forgot. I'm going to have to like, yeah, this basically has to go every spot there's a merger and it just goes, or splitter, and it just goes the opposite direction. That's actually kind of funny. I've never quite done refineries like this. Let's place this one. Oh, might as well just finish it real quick. All right, so there and there. And then I'm just going to delete this section so I can get a nice clean pipe without the break in it. So I don't have to worry about little tiny pieces being stuck in there. Cool. So now I can delete the end piece. And make that one a whole section so there's no break for no good reason. All right, so does it matter? So we should just go from the ceiling down. Ooh. Yep, that's the wrong one. I was like, how did I make it so far off? I just picked the wrong thing to plug it into. Okay. This is come along pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way this looks so far. I think it's neat. Looks good. Thanks. I appreciate it. All right. All right, not bad. Okay. Should be, I don't know where I'm bringing the water up exactly. Let's assume I'll just grab it from down here, but I haven't figured that part out yet. But that's okay. Plenty of other things to do. Okay, so if I want to do the mergers up at the very top like this, I should just do the same thing. Okay, so yeah, I might as well just have them go on the inside here. Is it? Yeah, it's probably gonna snap onto that thing. All right, so give me a place to walk for now. And I guess I could actually hook this up to power and use my hover pack, but I need this foundation here anyways to set the mergers on, so oh well. Okay, so I want, okay, so the ore is coming in from that way. I want the mergers to go out this way. That's right. Because I'm pretty sure that's how I set up. That's facing the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so now move it over. Is that right? Yeah. Let's make sure that was my plan with these, right? Yeah, everything's going that direction. Cool. Is this? Nope. The middle of the machine. Of course. All right, so gotta make sure I actually get it centered on the lift. Are they still straight? Oh, good. I like to somehow get one off by like just 1 meter, and then all the rest of them after that are also off by that 1 meter. So you get like a fun little squiggly line. It's like, oh, it was so close. So I think, let me double check. I'm pretty sure these need Mark IIs, right? It's like 90 something. Yep. Yeah, I don't need to be up there. All right, so let's get rid of all these. All right. And that means how many cover? Oh, what an awkward amount. Because I'm making 1666.6666 repeating. So it's just more than what 2 belts can handle. It would have been so convenient if I could have just used 1 belt for each side. That would have been great. But no. I have to make way too many batteries. Yep. I run into stuff like that all the time. It's like, oh, it was so close to being such a great number to work with, but it's not. Okay, what am I doing? We can start on this end. So this is merger, and we need to go down that way. All right, and let's get this lined up. Cool. All right. Part of the tricky part is some of it just goes, well, most of it goes straight over here, actually. So what numbers are we working with here? So it's actually the aluminum ingots is the one that needs a really random number. The wire here actually just needs a nice even 1200. So there's no way this is going to work out to an even number. Yeah, I didn't think so. I think I gave myself a little bit of flexibility here, though. 12.8. Ooh, this may work out. Okay, so if 12 of them at 93.75, so the 13th one just needs to, wait, why? Be easier to figure out from down here probably. Okay. Oh, but of course I have it split into 3 different lines here because I definitely wanted to use one of my load balancers or something. The price of making it look neat and organized just to make it look cool. Definitely don't have the numbers lining up. Oh, that's fine. Because, yeah, if I'm going to use a load balancer, then actually probably makes this easier. So let's think about this. What is the easiest way? So if I just use this whole row and then part of this one, and then the last remaining ones can get shipped up to the top floor with all the wire, I'll just spin those around. I think that's the best way to do it. Oh, that's right. But I can't use. How much was it? 780 divided by 93.75. So I can fit 8 on one belt. And what is there? There's 9 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, of course. So, well, that's why we're belting this on the ceiling. So let's just put 8 of these or 8 of these machines together. This is just going to be so much easier if I just bring some of this down to the... I don't think this is in line with the train station, right? Oh, that one's going to have a container there. Oh, no, I should have lined all those up, I guess. Put them on the ground. Okay, so I guess maybe I'll sort that out afterwards. Okay, so I needed... shoot, how much? How many machines? 12.8. So there's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lucky number 13. You, my friend, are going to get underclocked to 75. I'm pretty sure is... Let's just double check. So 12 times 93.75. Yeah, so I'm 75 short. Okay, so let's make sure I have enough to be able to underclock that, but I'm like pretty positive I do. So that's going to leave me 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wrong button. 5 that are still making 93.75. So 468.75 is left. And I need 466. I am over by 2. Heck yeah. That's basically all the underclocking I need to do. I can leave that. That's great. Yeah, definitely a little bit of math. I definitely do like using a spreadsheet once some of these projects get big enough. Yeah, this was just a big ploy to get us to remember how to do math. It starts off so easy. It's just like, oh, 15 here, 30 here. I can do this math in my head, no problem. And then it's like, oh, 93.75. Or some of the recipes are like absolutely awful. What is, like, I know some of the numbers. I want to say it's for like, is it high speed connectors or something? No, I think it's things that need them. Is it this one? One of these recipes just has like just absolutely awful numbers. Which one is it? It's got to be is it supercomputer? 5.625. Man, I could have sworn there was one in here that just, I laugh every time I see it because maybe I'm crazy. Oh, here we go. The turbo motor. That's what it is. It's just like, what are these numbers? Those are probably eighths or something, right? Or it's probably a fraction that I should know what these numbers are, and I don't off the top of my head, and that's why they look so weird. But anyways, yeah, some of them get kind of weird. Yeah, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that besides use a calculator. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I missed it, but I think I went out too far. So let's bring it out to one before that. Right here? Yeah. I think I have it so it's stacked. But let's see. I haven't used one of these in a while. Ah, the old handy 2 to 3 load balancer should do the trick. We'll get our 2 uneven belt amounts split into nice, easy 3 belts. Just like that. Wait, does that give me enough space? Oh, it does. Oh, so close. Okay, so I'll get my 3 even belts so that now I can come down to, these are the splitters, right? So I think this is 400 lines? Probably how it got split up, or that's how it should end up. We'll see. I guess I might as well just do the mergers too. Even though, oh, what did it do? No! They're all facing the wrong way. No! Shit. Oh, I messed up the blueprint and I didn't realize it. Oh. Balls. Every single merger is facing the wrong direction. Man. I guess fixing the blueprint and replacing them is probably faster than just replacing the mergers. I don't even know. Yeah, I wish there was an option to flip it while it's connected. Edit it somehow. Oh, that would be so nice. Well, at least I got the splitter working. Do I want to delete and replace these 3 rows? Well, I guess, do I want to replace the whole machine? And then do all the wiring? The wiring's not really that bad. You know what? I'm only going to use this blueprint here as far as I know. So I'll probably edit it for the next one. And if I do reuse it, I'm going to forget to change it, and I'm going to run into this again, and I'm going to be real mad. But for now, I think I'm just going to... I think I'm just going to manually replace them all. I don't feel like replacing all the blueprints again. Although it probably is faster. Oh wait, I got my select tool. There we go. I can make this so much easier on myself. Aha. Alright, and then filter the lifts. Alright. Alright, so let's go with our tried and true. Let's see. Which side did I want to place these on? I don't even remember now. Base them on this inside? Probably, huh? Yeah, they went on the inside, I think. I think they were all facing the same direction. All the splitters and mergers. Okay, so merger needs the arrow this way. And let's actually get it centered. There it is. Okay. So there it is. Wait, did I? Oh, it is lined up. Okay. Should just stretch this all the way over instead of having to redo this. Oh, I deleted all of them. Whoops. So, don't delete the bottom one. There we go. Okay, so let me zoom this over so I don't have to just keep redoing this. And let's see, merger is going to go on this side, and this will give me somewhere to walk. Merger's on this side. Perfect. Okay. You don't normally have to build as much scaffolding once you have the hover pack unlocked, but every once in a while. but it's going to be worth it. I like how it looks way up here. Okay, so let's make sure the arrow is, again, in the right direction. It's all lined up. Man, I can't believe I did that. I usually check to make sure the mergers and stuff are pointing the right way. It's always when you just don't realize it until you've just gotten way too far in the project. And you're just like, no, I can't redo all of this now. I used to happen to me a lot when I would run out of space. Like, build way too small of an area. Like, oh, all of the machines will fit in here. Easy. And then they didn't. And then I'd already built so much around it that I didn't want to delete it. Then I didn't have any space, and it's just awkward. Alright, so that looks good. That didn't seem right. No, not splitter. Merger. Please tell me I did all of them. Okay. Classic start error, not using more space. Well, yeah. I think it came in like multiple waves. It was like, okay, now I'm going to use more space, and then realize that that's still not enough space. It's like, okay, I'll make my logistics floor one more floor higher. That'll be enough. And then it's kind of like, oh no, that's still not enough. Oh, that's from when I fell down one time, I think. I just never deleted that. Just overdo it. You know, it seems to be a good method with most factory games. They seem to be all about the excess. So yeah, I think you're onto something there. Just go big, and you don't have these problems. Did that? Yeah, that didn't look right. There we go. The scale of the game is also interesting because, like, I'm sure a lot of people, like with most games, you know, the majority of the people have played the earliest content the most. Because I know a lot of people will get to a point and then decide they just would rather restart instead of rebuilding everything. Which I've definitely felt that before. But once you have everything unlocked, it does sure make everything a lot easier. But I'm gonna have to split these up somewhere, but for now I'm just gonna connect them all up. The early game, it's kind of hard to like actually like really overdo it, just because you're fighting so much with the power constraints, and biomass is just so much fun. Everybody's favorite. Let's see. More aluminum sheets. Just find my way through my awful factory that I need to delete. Everybody loves biomass. I mean, they did create a fantastic incentive to just get out of that early phase of the game, because who doesn't just get completely fed up with biomass and be like, I need more power, and I need it to feed automatically and not I have to keep making this stuff. It's a great motivator to keep progressing, that's for sure. And once you've done it once or twice, I can usually get out of the biomass phase in not too long. I'm no speedrunner, nor would I want to try that, but it compared to the very first playthrough, whew, I just keep missing. There we go. Go as fast as possible, Cole. I do not blame you. I usually aim for pretty much the same thing. It's just, can I get out of biomass? Like, in my very first like sit down, that's the goal. I'm gonna make all these iron plates and screws that I need, but I want to get out of biomass. There's a lot of other things that they're not really, in my opinion, much of options until you get to consistent power. Like, I think you unlock the awesome sink before you unlock coal power, I'm pretty sure, but like I usually just don't want to start sinking anything while I'm on biomass, because I'm trying to stretch that power as much as I can and not necessarily have everything running all the time. But once I get to coal and I can allot for it, then it makes things so much easier. I really don't mind coal. Coal is pretty good. Okay, so I've got 3 belts. Let's see, splitters. I'm gonna come in like this. Coal is easy and stable. Yeah, exactly. And I think they did a good job with the kind of like the complexity progression as well, because actually, like you get to coal and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I have to deal with like liquids and solids, and then you get to oil, and then it's kind of like, oh, there's like multiple steps of this and multiple products, and it's I think they did a really good job. It's really interesting, and it does a pretty good job of getting you ready for what's to come next. Like going from oil, and it's like, okay, multiple steps and multiple inputs, and then you get to nuclear, and it's like, oh, holy shit, this is quite a bit more. Yeah, it definitely, each time you get to that next power source, the complexity definitely jumps up a little bit. But I like it. I think power is a lot of fun in this game. But who doesn't like building huge power plants? Those are always fun. Does it reach? Oh, if it reaches all the way to the wrong one. All right, you go to the bottom one. You're gonna go to the second one, and you're gonna go to the top one. Cool. So that gets the copper into all the constructors for the wire. The only thing is, think I actually have more machines than I need. So I need to mess with the clocking on these last ones. Yeah, it would just be easier if they were all even, wouldn't it? Okay, so I need 2400 wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 33 machines. I actually only needed 32. So it's gonna be a weird number. Let's do. Wait, is that gonna end up being right? You know what? Let's. All right, so 2400 is what I need. 3 rows. Each one of these rows needs to make 800. Let's just make this simple on myself. Okay, 75. So the first 10 are gonna make 750. So this 11th one is just gonna make 50. Yeah, actually, those numbers do. That makes sense. I thought I was just going to take a third off of it, but for some reason I was looking at the 250%, and I'm like, I don't remember what that's going to be. Some sixes repeating in there. Duh, I should have just looked at the final. Going from 75 to 50 is, that one's some easier math. Okay, so each one of these rows is putting out 800, which is 20 more than what can fit on one belt. Why did I do this to myself? Oh my god. Really? Oh, that's just the worst. Why? It's so close to being such an. I mean, it's a great even number. Why can't my belt handle 20 more? That would just be the most convenient thing. Ah. All right, and what are the... Oh, and it's not even gonna... It would be easier... All right, actually, let's look ahead. I could try to make things easier on myself since I can't fit them in... Oh, that's not where I was... That's the wrong tube. No, don't take me over there. Let me just take these. Can I? Oh, I can almost get up there. Okay, so with the manufacturers, how did I set these up again? I think it's in 3 rows of... Okay. So it doesn't fit on 3. So maybe I can just split it up into 4 even ones, and then it'd just be real easy to plug it into each row here. That would just be the dream now, wouldn't it? So these need 220. Oh my god, 200. Wait, it can't be that. Oh, that's right. I just said I can't split it into 3. This would be 3 rows. This would be 4, so it'd only be by... Wow. All right. 225 times 3, so 675 is what each row is going to need. Wait, did these numbers come out this even? No, of course not. That would be too convenient. No, I built... Oh. I built like 2 extra manufacturers, didn't I? Or no, I only built 1. I needed basically 11. I need 10.66. But I built 12. Well, if it was even, it'd be 2,400 divided by 4. So each one would need 600 if I evened it out. Which is actually a really easy number to work with down below. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so each row here. No, I'm doing it by these columns, rows. I don't know. I guess this would be a column. This would be a row, wouldn't it? Anyways, it doesn't matter. So these 3 need to make how much? So much math. All right, so 800 divided by 4. It's a nice season. 200. So the last one is just going to make 50 in each of these. It saves a tiny bit on power since when you overclock these beasts, they use a ton. So I'm not that mad. Still saves me on having to build the 27 that I would have needed to build if I didn't use power shards. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so that means each row needs 600 wire, which is actually should be really easy to build up, right? Or wait. I think. Was it going to be 8? Yes. Oh. Okay, so two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's going to be 9. Oh, but one of them is going to be underclocked. So, yeah, that'll work. Right? Oh, wait. Is it there? Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. All right, cool. So that line, this line, and this line. And then I just need to grab up those last ones. All right, well, the other question is, where in the world am I sending this stuff up and down? I mean, I guess I can do it just like right in the middle since the top floor is way bigger than the second floor. And I'm going to have to figure out how I want to decorate it. But I just didn't feel like adding a third floor just for the assemblers. So I just made it super huge. And it just gives me a very interesting shape to work with to try to encase it and not make it look really awful. And I like a little challenge instead of making just a big cube. I think it'll be worth it. Okay, so I've already forgotten. Did I underclock? I did. All of these last ones are underclocked. Okay, so that works out perfect. Cool. So, well, if I'm going to use it as also a support, I guess. I'm probably, we should just make it a full 4 foundations, I think. Yeah, we're just going to have it be this whole section. So, how? I just said I was going to make it 4. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's actually really far. I'm going to have to. It's a good thing I was planning on using the floor holes because, yeah, I'd need them. Can't actually reach without them. Good old autosave. Alright, so let's get some of this figured out here. Alright, so if let's bring this out to the center spot. Andy! I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. So now I can come out to here. Let's go to the middle line again. Alright, so now, let's see. Well, part of the problem is now I need to figure out where everything else is going. Oh boy. The nice thing with figuring that part out is now I also know where the items from my train station. Wait, I'm not using this floor. That's right. Oh, wait a second. They're all going straight up. Never mind. I already decided that. So this really is just going to be for... Do I want to use... No, I probably don't want to use the polished. Well, I'll figure that part out later. Alright, so I think that's... The bottom part's just a support. But this is going to be where everything gets brought up. Because I forgot this is where all the train things are going to come up too. So I'm going to send everything up through here into that logistics floor. To deal with the assemblers and manufacturers. Okay, well, if that's the case, then let's just get things, I guess, kind of centered. And we'll figure out where exactly they go from there. Alright, so I think if I did this right, I can place... Nope. I can already tell I didn't do it right. Because I didn't line that one up where I wanted. Okay, so here, there we go. Okay, so now if I grab that but not actually place it, bring it 2 out, and then go over to the next one and go 2 out. Now, all of these should just make a nice S turn and connect. if that'll reach long enough. Didn't think so. Alright, so let's just stop there. Okay, so now this is... This is not all the wire, because I'm dumb and I already boxed myself in. Because now I'm realizing... Yep, I should redo this. So these actually... should go on the outside. And I think that'll make combining those last ones a little bit easier. So, you know what, let's just bring you all the way out to here. So...
Sumerian music. Listen to great tracks like this today. Absolutely free.
So I think I kind of want to just make it easy on myself and throw this right across. Yeah, I'm going to clip it through just for a second, because I think this is in the wrong way anyways and I need to delete it. So it never happened. So I think what I need is a merger there. Oh, actually, I didn't even bring this one far enough anyways. Silly me. Okay, so a merger there and a merger here, I believe. Right? Because that would be all three of the short pieces. Cool. Cool, so now that's the last one. So now the question is, that one is trapped. I have to bring this one out with a oh, come on, there we go. So this is what we're gonna do. Bring it out to there and then drop it down to the second one, and then this one will just have to run below. Because I don't see an easier way to get out of there. So that's really awkward, and I'm gonna delete those. But this will let me make the 90-degree turn. Or I guess I could go right past it and then drop it back down to the normal height on the ceiling. Did I get both of them? Okay, so let's make sure I can go. Yeah, we can go out this far. Nice. Okay, so let's just switch to, there we go. Okay, so if I want it to be on this line, I guess that's really the question here, is where should that one come out then? Well, let's... Oh yeah, you can't get it to face a different direction without making that more difficult. It's fine. Okay, so now I've got 4 lines, so these can take up like one full square basically. So those go there. Let's get this one. So this is gonna go to this side of the halfway mark. this down here. And then, yeah, I think I'll just make it so that one. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so that's even, so let's bring it forward too. Now the question is, can it reach this far? Which it may... Ah, cool. Didn't think it would. Alright, then from here, I can drop it down to the normal ceiling. And now I'm missing iron plates. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So that gets all 4 wires to where they're supposed to go. Or wire lines. Not too shabby. Alright. So up here there's container with lots of iron plates. Okay, so let's bring this all the way out to where the rest of them are so I don't forget. Alright, I'm sure I'll have to finagle with that a little bit more. Alright, so I think I'm going to finish up the belting of this right here and get that kind of in the same area. And then I think I might call it a little bit shorter of a stream today, but I'm starting to get real hungry. So let's get this finished because I'm really bad at starting a project and forgetting to finish it. And then when I come back, I'm like, where are half of these things going? And then it takes me way too much time to resort out what in the world I was doing. So let's get this finished before I forget. Alright, so I need to flip these. These are mergers, right? Yep. Alright, so these copper ingots need to go to the next floor of the factory so that they can make alclad aluminum sheets. Bedtime for you. It's 2:45. Well, have a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. It's always fun to nerd out about Satisfactory, so I'm sure I will be streaming again. Feel free to stop by anytime. Have a wonderful night. Cool.
Romeo just followed.
And these were all Mark II. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Okay, so I think I got all the right ones down. Okay, so these ones are gonna go this way. Good, good, good. Thanks for the follow. Get you some sleep so your factory can get worked on again, you know. You need to be well rested. Alright, so let's just do that, and then gotta do it for this one too. Could loop it around, but I won't be lazy. I'll just fix it. Alright, so the merger. Actually, I don't even need a merger. Wait, what am I doing? Silly me. This is all I plan on doing. Wait, let's move it. Angle it this way. And then... Oh, wait. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's bring it out to the middle. That's just easy, I think. Alright, so I can reach the full way, but can I clip in the merger? Oh, come on. You were snapped. There it is. Alright, so that is the rest of the copper ingots. Cool. All of 2, Mark 2s. Yep. Alright, so this is the... Actually, let me make sure. Is this the right build? Do I need Mark 4? Mark 5? Mark 4? So... the amount that... Oh, cool. I need like 466, so I can actually just use Mark 4. Alright, and then I will just bring this one. Well, it would have been cool if it was a little bit straighter. Cool. Okay, so that's aluminum ingots. That's 4 lines of wire. And then I'm just going to have to figure out all of the containers for the trains. But I'm going to leave that for later. Pretty happy getting oil all turned on. And the old one deleted. So making some good progress in the world. Alrighty, well, thanks again for everybody that stopped by, and hung out, lurked, chatted. I appreciate all of it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, or for some of you in Wednesday already, I hope you have a great Wednesday. And like I said, I'm sure either I will stream soon, probably either tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, I'm sure I'll probably stream the next day then. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next one.